Implementation of a filming protocol or policy to include filming and recording. This is a draft. It came out with the papers. I accept that it's the first time that the committee were aware that this was a possibility. I discussed it with Jo right at the end of last year, just before Christmas. So there wasn't a lot of preparation time on this, but it is something that has caused problems and discussion, to say the least. And there are two things: whether or not we should have such a policy and a protocol to at least obviate some of the problems that there have been, and if so, whether this is a basis for it or we need to start again. It is based on a NALC policy, and it is only two sides, not like some NALC policies which run on to several pages. So it is here for discussion, and so over to members of the committee, remembering that it has to go to council anyway, but if there has to be another stage before it goes to council, like people would like various amendments to this, then they can be looked at and it can go in February rather than going now. So we haven't got an absolute deadline for this has to be with Jo to go in the council minutes tomorrow. So I'm in your hands as far as this is concerned.
That's a question. I mean, it would be desirable, of course, that this understanding can be reached on an informal basis, but I think in the circumstances, we are likely to receive challenges to anything that's not quite correct. So for that reason, I think we should put some effort into making sure it is quite correct. Now this comes from NALC sources, has it? So one would have hoped that they would have done the research fully, but is it possible to get any verification of that? And particularly to notify,
they
get questions to the challenges that we've heard already.
They draw attention to the Audit and Accountability Act, which allows the film or the right to film meetings, and there is nothing that can prevent people from filming meetings.
But the question of not filming individuals who wish not to be filmed, that needs to be inquired into to find out what the actual legal position is. And then what is the position, for example, of filming minors who happen to be present?
Well, without permission from parents or guardians,
then how can that be managed? That's the question.
Well, this is what this policy would allow us to establish.
So we need to establish whether it is legally robust or not. I don't think we can accept hearsay on it.
The policy is not hearsay.
No, the policy isn't, but some of the comments we might hear would be about its legality or not.
All right, Peter.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. Up until relatively recently, a lot of councils had warnings you're not allowed to film, or filming maybe with the agreement of the chairman and all the rest, which was actually balderdash because the law allows filming. So I think there's a bit of a step change. I think it's beneficial if we have a set of guidelines, purely because some people take offence, others are concerned, and other people think we've got the power to stop it. Now, if we've got a single-sided paper which points out to members of the public the law, which states if they attend a public meeting, they are allowed to be filmed, and I think it's reasonable to put on that, to reassure the members of the public, various requests to those people filming, because there's different grades of people who turn up at council meetings. Some of them are the hardened old-timers who, bluntly, are as hardened as nails as we are and don't really care. And there are others who turn out with a genuine issue, genuinely concerned, and it has taken an awful lot of effort for them to come to a meeting. We've in the past had 19, 20-year-olds come to this council and ask us for things, and it has taken an awful lot of courage for those people to do it. And I would hate, and I believe the people recording these would also hate to have intimidated those people so they didn't speak. So I think if we can come up with some form of fairly bland policy, pointing out to the public in general, as we do with the notice on the way in, that public meetings may be filmed, and then certain requests, which I think are nothing more than good manners, to lay out as well, to aid everybody. This might be the basis for it, but I would like more time to think about it, because I think there's probably too much detail here.